What is up, guys? This is the ZeusTuber, and today I'm here with my next episode in the Road Ahead series. This one has to do with Maggie Greene herself, the last sole surviving member of the Greene family, and where I think her character will go by the end of The Walking Dead Season 5, or The Walking Dead Season 5B, if you want to look at it that way. Now, we know in episode 508, she went through quite an ordeal, just like the rest of the characters did, but obviously, considering Maggie is Beth's sister, she went through it a little harder than the rest of them did, so to speak, even more than Daryl. Now, that being said, that's probably going to be dragged out a little bit in the first couple episodes of Season 5. I don't think we're going to see Maggie in this this depression-fueled funk for the whole last 8 of Season 5. It'll probably be through 509 to maybe like 511, and then once they get to Alexandria, it will be completely gone. I'm sure they might mention it here and there, because they know we know the writers, they like to touch back on characters who have died and make little references to them, and then the characters who are making the references, they feel sad, and things like that. That's going to happen no matter what, probably, and we're probably going to be finished for the most part by the first 2 to 3 episodes in. If not the first episode. I mean, the pacing this season has been a little bit different than what we've expected, because I think most of us going into Season 5 expected a couple of these storylines to get dragged out a little bit farther than they actually did, but they blew through the Hunter storyline. For the most part, they blew through the hospital or Beth storyline, and they're probably going to buzz through the Wilshire Estates storyline pretty fast. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I enjoy it. We're moving fast paced, boom, 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 boom. It's really hard in today's world for the writers to please us fans, because if they go too slow, we complain. If they go too fast, we complain. They're between a rock and a hard place. So we got to cut them some slack. But at the same time, I do think Maggie's arc this second half it'll come full circle by the end, but it's going to be for the most part pretty resolved by midway through the final 8, so to speak, if that makes sense. Now, we see her in the promo, she's crying, she's broken down, so she's going to need a shoulder to cry on. Now, we don't really get to see her too much in the promo. We see the one shot of her kneeling outside the car door, and she's just, she's bawling. And then the other shot is where she looks like she's more collected, more together, and she's raising a pistol with Sasha in the trailer. And they appear to be, they're on defense, so to speak. They're armed and ready. They're ready to defend themselves from a threat, most likely. Walkers, probably. I don't think we're going to see any more human threats for a while, since we got the governor, Terminus, and the hospital back to back to back. So there'll probably be a little bit of a stretch there where we don't see any real human antagonists. So that's pretty safe to say at this point. But in terms of Maggie, I think she's gonna have to snap out of it eventually, because she's got Glenn, as a shoulder to lean on, so to speak. I mean, obviously he's her husband, so they should be able to talk about anything together. And I think, based on what they've been through already, that Glenn can help her through this. And as well as Daryl can help her through this too, because Daryl is very close to Beth. He was probably the closest character to Beth other than Maggie, and I'm sure Beth's death is going to affect all the characters, but those two in particular, and we're going to see that in the second half. I don't think Maggie's going to die in the second half. I would be completely shocked if she did. I'd be like, wow, that came out of left field. Because if you're familiar with the comics, you know that she becomes the leader of the Hilltop. I don't think they're going to go that route in the show, because I don't think the TV show Maggie is, at this point, at least capable of leading the Hilltop colony. I feel like they're going to give that role to Carol in the show. But, that remains to be seen. But yeah, these are just my thoughts and predictions on Maggie Greene in the second half of Season 5, The Road Ahead. I want to know your guys' thoughts on her character in the comments section down below. Stay tuned for some more Road Ahead videos featuring Eugene, Rosita, Abraham, Sasha, Tyrese. So I still got a few more to do. I'm currently editing a transformation video, so that should be out, in a few days. I mean, Christmas is coming up on Thursday, so I'm going to be pretty busy. Plus, I got family coming up, so don't expect a heck of a lot of uploads over the next few days. But still, at the same time, I'm working on some great stuff for you. I'll still be doing my regular updates on any news that comes out. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy yourselves over the next few days. Have a nice holiday, whether it's Hanukkah or Christmas. You know, it doesn't matter as long as you're having a good time. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. And stay tuned for the latest Walking Dead news, theories, spoilers, and reviews.